every day, and I'm constantly humbled by all of his wisdom. And I really don't think I would be the person that I am today if I didn't have Chuck teaching me and guiding me. So I'm very, very grateful for him.
Sir Chuck gave me the opportunity to work here on Ananas, so I am very grateful to him, and parang magaling siya and maganda siyang kausap, and masaya siya bilang leader and my boss.
He changed my life. In depressed person, he saved my life in accepting me in Ananas.
To have Chuck as a friend, I think is a blessing. I can say this true for myself, and I guess for all of us. Why? Because he's always been selfless, very giving, never judgmental, never asked for anything in return. And I can say this, he's the brother I never had.
He inspires me to always be good to others, and also he encourages me by always giving his confidence on my work.
I've learned to be a little close to God because later on in life, Chuck has made me realize that we should put God in the center of everything. His faith and his belief in the God Almighty has been fortified after his years of experience. Whether it be good or bad, God has been generous in his life.
He gave me hope. He inspired me to do better, to become a better person, to be humble, that eventually led to where I am now. I'm still a nobody. I do have a very good family. All the things that we need, we have. Material, wala. But I'm very happy.
As your older sister, I've been a frontline witness to all the highs and lows of your life. And I must say that it has been one incredible ride. Your transformation to becoming who you are now, a passionately prayerful person, is truly an amazing testament of God's love.
Good evening and welcome to Season 2 of BCBP Mission Go Live. If you are at a stage in your life where you are feeling defeated, drained, and ready to give up, if you feel that your life is headed for a downward spiral because of so many challenges that are pulling you down, if you feel that you are at the end of your rope and you are in urgent need of a lifeline, then I invite you to listen to the story of a businessman who went through the darkest times of his life when he succumbed to substance abuse, isolating him from his family and friends, but found healing, purpose, and a new life from God's loving embrace. Jesus said that whoever drinks the water that he shall give will never thirst. He is the living water, and we bring him to you through the stories of people whose thirst he has quenched. I am your host, Dennis Bunye, and this is Thirsty Thursdays. First of all, a big shout out to all of you watching us live, and for those of you watching the replay. Hello to all our BCBP Alabang chapter members and all other BCBP community members out there. And most especially, hello to our family and friends. Please subscribe and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Just search for BCBP Alabang. Remember to give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for notifications. I am Dennis Bunye. I am a professional life and corporate coach, and a proud member of the BCBP, the Brotherhood of Christian Businessmen and Professionals, Alabang chapter. This Go Live online series is one way that we live out our BCBP mission of bringing Christ to the marketplace and winning the marketplace for Christ. For this season, let us witness how God works through the lives of people, stories of real life made inspiring by the touch of God. To all our viewers, please chime into tonight's conversation and type in your questions, comments, and insights. He is the Director and Vice President of Operations for Asia Textile Mills Incorporated. And he is the CEO of Ananas Anam Philippines Incorporated. But most especially, he is the loving husband to Myra and a loving father to Nino, Nick, Joseph, Joshua, Julia, and Javi. Let us all welcome Chuck Lazaro.
Hello.
Hi, Chuck.
Hi, Dennis. How are you? And good evening, everybody. And thank you for watching the show.
Thank you for thank you for saying yes and for being our guest tonight, no, Chuck. Chuck, I know that you have a very busy schedule, but you took this time to be with us, so thank you very much for that. Also, I know that you are creating a lot of jobs and earning opportunities. So I'd like to thank you in behalf of all of those, especially our countrymen, whom you have helped, those who are in dire need, and you're giving a lot of yourself and your resources in helping them.
Thank you so much. But I think that's part of the mission already, Dennis. So it gives me pleasure to just do whatever I'm doing right now, at least with my work.
Okay. So Chuck, I know that you're someone who always says yes to helping people and someone who is so selfless. Ganito ka ba kabait talaga ever since?
Actually, malayo, Dennis. In fact, if I'm going to compare myself from how I was before, it's a total 180-degree turn talaga. And it's a total change talaga. I grew up very selfish talaga. All I thought about was myself. And what's worse is that I love having fun. I really love having fun, which is not bad. But when you make everything an object of pleasure, it somehow destroys you already. So, hey, just for example, my parents and even my siblings are very generous, and they've always been supporting me all the way, with what I have. But I remember when I was a kid, it's I was never satisfied. I was never really satisfied with the usual toys that kids have. Take for example, imagine mo, I think I was only 10 years old. Tinakas ko na yung Volkswagen ng nanay ko. Okay? I was driving that around the village already. Tapos, with regards to relationships naman, because I love having friends and being around, being around with people, and most especially with mga girls, di ba? So, even that, okay lang naman to be friends and whatever, but sometimes, I always go overboard and it's not nice anymore. And worst of all, yung, like what you said earlier, substance abuse, and drugs, oh my gosh, I think I took them all already. So, and, it was really terrible because when you're under the influence, you're actually in a different world. Everything is a lie. That world is really a lie. And worst of all is that you don't even know what you're really doing. Where in fact, you're already hurting people, even especially your loved ones. And still you don't even know that you're doing that. It was really terrible. It was really, really terrible.
So
At
you
least,
had the battle, you had the battle pala with the drug addiction.
oh yeah, oh yeah, oh
Yeah.
yeah.
How
I
was
mean,
it
kasi
affect how was it affected your work, your family, your relationships with your friends?
well, work, of course, somehow it got affected, somehow affected. But most of all, it's like I mean, it's more of the relationships, talaga, Dennis. I think that's the worst. That's the worst part. I mean, like God is so good. Kasi, despite of all those things, I still have at least what I have right now. But then during that time, I still have whatever I have. But during that time, it was really like relationships that was really suffering left and right, from my parents, my siblings, I mean my wife, my children, like
Mm.
in fact, like you mentioned, ang dami kong anak, di ba?
Mm.
In fact, two of them are, I mean, like two of them, Nino and Nick, are actually from a first marriage,
Okay.
So so even that was affected with whatever I was doing.
What support were you getting during that time?
Mayabang ako, Dennis, eh. Okay? Mayabang
Mm.
ako, eh. I mean, I always thought that I could do things on my own, di ba? I always thought that I could like fix things, by
Mm.
myself. Maybe like I mean, I guess it was also sort of like my upbringing then of being very independent. You have to remember, like at 18, I went abroad already for school, and I was going to school abroad on my own. Lived in the dorm. I lived in an apartment before. You
Mm.
know, and I was practically living on my own. So in a way, like kahit syempre, of course, my parents were always like supporting me materially. I
Mm.
always I always felt very independent, and I always felt that I had to fix things on my own. So when you ask about support, like at the time wala talaga.
Mm.
Pero if you ask me about like how I got out of it, it was really basically my family that really helped
Mm.
me, and most especially si
Mm.
Maya was a big factor of it. But really, I mean, like I mean, it couldn't have. I mean, I really couldn't have gotten out of my problem talaga. Uh,
Mm.
if I didn't really open up to God even more, if I didn't find or search that personal relationship with Him. I mean, like
So during that time that you were encountering this this addiction, and you went to the States, was there a point where you tried to get out of it and made specific efforts for you to be able to recover?
yeah, Dennis, that's one thing. Like you guys have to remember, addiction is a disease. Okay,
Mm.
all right, and it's really difficult to get out of it. Okay, and
Mm.
where in fact, like addiction is like drug addiction is like you deal with it. You don't plan on it. You deal with
Mm.
it a day at a time. Okay,
Mm.
you have to
Mm.
really stop a day at a time, and if you don't
Mm.
do that, I mean, and that's actually like actually I had some support groups that I
Mm.
went to. I went to like mga meetings and whatever. I
Mm.
hanged out with people who were trying to like who were trying to quit to quit from those substances and even alcohol.
Mm.
But really, Dennis, like I think I mean the basically or I must say like because I must say like it was really all about like when I joined itong BCBP na to. Okay,
Mm. Mm.
ito ang talagang savior for me.
Mm.
I mean, like when I entered this, I mean, like it was a total. That's what I was telling you earlier. It was a total 180 degrees turnaround siya talaga.
So,
When I
pero how was your ano ba? It's good that you brought that up, no? But parang just to gain perspective, how was your relationship with the Lord like while you were were still in the height of that struggle?
well, I gotta hand it with my parents. My parents and my siblings. Kasi like my parents have been very, yeah, I don't want to say religious, pero like
Mm.
they always like had a personal relationship with God. I even remember, I mean, my father. When you
Mm.
asked me about my father, number one fan ni Mama Mary. Okay, And when you ask me about my relationship with God before, meron na, may foundation na. There was sort of a foundation. So, and we're in fact, like, nakakatawa nga, it's like, I go to mass every day.
Mm.
And it's been a habit. It's been really a habit for me talaga. Ever since, even when I was abroad, I was going to mass every day. Pero, of course, it was like, for me, it was just a habit. Okay?
Mm. Mm.
Pero, ayun, so, and it's good nga, it was a saving habit talaga. It was a habit that saved me talaga in the end, and it had a purpose, it had a purpose.
What can you say, Chuck, was the lowest point of your life while you were under battling that addiction?
Oh, well, the lowest point really was like when I was about to lose Myra already, and my kids with Myra. Kasi nag-relapse ako eh. It was really a bad relapse talaga. And that was really the lowest point. It was like I was so afraid already. I was so afraid already talaga. Kasi, I mean, imagine mo, I destroyed people already. At least my children, my two boys before. Parang I somehow destroyed their lives already. And here I am. And here I am. I'm going to destroy another family again. So, gusto ko na magpakamatay talaga. Nakakaya na eh.
Oh, okay. So so there was a point where you felt that you wanted to give up.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, so, and as I said, like I was just so afraid talaga. I was just so afraid during that time.
So what kept you going?
Well, then like it was really prayers. Like really prayers. Yeah, guys, whoever's watching talaga, the power of prayer is really something else. Miracles really do happen. I mean, like, and what's nice is like when you pray a lot, when you pray a lot, I mean, you don't look for big miracles. Just the fact that you wake up in the morning, it's already a miracle. So at least my way of thinking has like changed a lot.
Can you take us, Chuck, through that experience of how you felt that you were encountering the Lord deeper than you used to, and
Of course, yeah. Like when I joined the brotherhood, it's like because you go through a lot of like formation programs, which I thought I had it from the very beginning. Okay? But now it's much deeper, and you learn more, Like for example, right now, like I go to mass every day, as I said before. I go to mass every day, but it was like for the mere sake. I mean, just for the sake of just going to mass every day. Para makakommunion ka lang, Pero now, like when I go to mass, like the scripture, I mean the scripture during church, sometimes for me, like if I'm going through something like problems or whatever, the scripture that you have right there, is actually the answer what you're you're going through or what you're questioning. In other words, then like everything becomes like a sign. Okay, I'm not looking for. I'm not saying that I'm looking for a sign, but it's like a sign or like or a guide. A guide of God's plan of where He wants to take me. And like what I said, drug addiction or no drug addiction. It's a day at a time, It's a day at a time. Life is really a day at a time. And life is a day at a time. Just finding that joy and finding God in everything that you do.
So can you take us, Chuck, doon sa particularly that experience when you started encountering the Lord through the brotherhood, through the BCBP? How was it like?
Oh, well, like first of all, like
is it also the first time that you've been to community?
Yeah, actually, it was the first time. Alam mo nung pumasok nga ako sa BCB. In fact, like, I mean, like, let me just tell you a short story. I mean, a lot of people went into community because they were encouraged or like invited or whatever. I
Yeah.
was invited too.
Mm.
And I really had no idea what it was. Okay, pero that was my lowest point in my life. And when they invited me to this, nakakatawa nga, sabi sa akin nung nag-invite sa akin nag-invite sa akin, basta Chuck, pag sumali ka dito magiging santo ka. Syempre, naniwala naman ako. Diba? So, I had no choice. Wala na. I have nowhere to go na talaga. So,
Uh,
so, so really, I mean, as I said, parang when I think about it nga, then it's like parang ginawa yata ako ng Diyos na ganitong buhay ko para makapasok sa BCBP So,
no. So how was your ano? How did this encounter with the Lord change you?
a lot, Dennis. It's like,
Mm, mm,
of course, especially the advocacy of honesty, di ba?
mm,
Advocacy as a BCBP member, honesty,
mm,
speak. Imagine mo, as I said, I lived in the lie. I mean, I lived in a world of lies.
mm,
Basically all my life.
mm,
But then, everything becomes so when you tell the truth now, uh, talagang it really sets you free talaga, di ba?
okay.
It really sets you free. Like right now, I mean, I'm sorry, hindi naman, I don't want to give Myra always an example, pero talagang yun ang buhay ko talaga. She's really my life, and
Mm,
and now, I mean, I could practically tell her everything,
mm,
and I don't have to hide anything from her anymore, or what. And that goes also with my work,
mm,
with my work. And
mm,
I always tell them, just tell the truth, just tell everything as it is. Kasi if you don't
mm,
tell me the truth, di ba? How can we help
mm,
each other, di ba? So,
mm,
I mean, what I'm saying is the gifts of the Holy Spirit, wisdom, fortitude,
mm,
piety, fear of God, counsel, knowledge. It's really somehow working in me.
mm,
I mean, I'm not saying totally, pero
mm.
at least a day at a time it does. It really helps me.
So during the time when you were in the Christian Life program, the
Yeah.
CLP, um, how did you feel? What helped you get out of your addiction at that time?
Well, syempre, si CLP ka, puro,
Mm,
puro Diyos yung pinag-uusapan mo at lahat. And then, and then you have and then you have leaders there, table servants there, table leaders there that were
yeah.
really guiding you. And what really helped me a lot, Dennis, is that overflowing love
Mm,
that you feel,
mm,
with the people in this community. I'm sure in other
mm,
charismatic communities it's the same.
mm,
But here, talagang I mean, it's just so overflowing, and then what's so good about it is we are a Christian worker, di ba? You
mm,
understand? I mean,
mm,
and
mm,
I mean, and it goes so. I mean, it just goes so well. When you're in community, and then when you go to work, parang
mm,
just one and the same already.
mm.
The love, the experience. I mean, and how you treat things, and most especially people.
So while undergoing the Christian Life program, kasi 'di ba, I mean, getting out of a certain addiction takes time. Was it the same for you, or was it something that you felt that there was an immediate turning point?
Yeah, very. It was, well. It was slow, but then
Mm,
I mean, it was very, very slow. Okay.
mm.
You have to remember then, everything is really God's time naman talaga, di ba?
Yes.
So
Yes.
everything really happens on God's time talaga.
So
And yeah,
how has the community helped you in this process, especially now that you're saying that this is really a gradual process?
Can you say that again? Then I'm sorry.
Okay. So how was the community able to help you in terms of this gradual process of you overcoming this addiction?
Well, like what I said, I
Mm.
think what really helps a lot is like the activities that we do, Dennis.
Yeah. Mm.
That really helps a lot. I mean, in BCBP, you have like what they call the action group meeting. Where you
Mm.
have a few of you lang just praying, and the mere fact that you're praying together is already enlightening. What
Yeah.
more when you share
Mm.
your experience with each other. Not only
Mm.
your blessings but also your hurt. I mean, that really helps a lot. That really helps. It frees you. It really frees you from everything. So
I'm curious also, like during the Christian Life program, what were your prayers like? Kasi sabi mo nga, you've always attended Mass and then you've gone into the Christian Life program. During the CLP, what were your prayers like?
nakakatawa
Mm.
kasi syempre si Myra lang pinagdadasal ko talaga dati kasi ayoko na mawala talaga. And really, honestly, that was it talaga. That was really it talaga. I wanted to really heal my relationship. So
Mm.
I knew that I couldn't heal our relationship unless
Mm.
I heal mine. My
Mm.
own,
Mm.
myself. And I can never heal myself on. I cannot heal unless I ask help. And the
Yes.
help, of course, is him out there, and of
Mm.
course, yung mga brothers mo sa community, di ba? Kasi
Yes.
tutulong yun sa'yo kahit paano eh. So,
That's nice to hear, Chuck. Um, so coming from the Christian Life program, how
yeah.
was how was life after the Christian Life program in terms of you getting on and overcoming the addiction? How was it like?
Oh, well, I mean, it was the same. You
Mm.
still go through every single bit of challenge.
Mm.
I still sinned after. I
Mm.
still got mad, or I
Mm.
still probably hurt people a lot. But what's really nice, Dennis, is especially with my work right now. No?
Mm.
Especially with my work. I mean, if I'm not really with this business community, okay, Christian
Mm.
business community talaga.
Mm.
I mean, I wouldn't see how my work is right now. And you know how my
Mm.
work is right now, Dennis? It
Yeah.
seems like it's part of God's plan already, di ba?
Okay.
Parang may mission na ngayon eh. Parang
Yeah.
I
Now
have a
that you
certain mission
now
already.
that you mentioned it nga, Chuck, parang at the start of the show, 'di ba? You're saying something about your purpose.
Yeah.
Was this purpose revealed to you during or after your Christian Life program? And what purpose is that?
And maybe yeah, of course it was God who really gave me that purpose talaga. And
Mm.
that particular purpose right now then is let me just share a little bit talaga kasi everybody came into a pandemic, di
Yeah.
ba? Everybody got hurt,
Mm.
like I said, like I always say, you guys cannot compare what I went through. We cannot compare each other's
Mm.
experience, what we went through during the pandemic.
Mm.
And what happened during the pandemic is parang tawag dito parang the material world is really nothing pa talaga, no?
Yeah.
One click of tapos na siya
Mm.
talaga. Yeah.
Mm.
And so what's nice is what's nice is the job that I have right now, yung kasi alam ko kung we're actually producing new materials from actually waste from plants, okay?
Yeah,
I mean,
you're a social entrepreneur kasi Chuck,
yeah.
'di ba?
So,
So yeah,
so anyway, yeah.
take us
So,
through
so
that. Oo.
yeah, we extract
Mm.
pineapple fibers, and
Mm.
where you extract the pineapple fibers from the waste or from the leaves that you just actually throw away. And
Yeah.
can you imagine? We transformed that into like, wow, beautiful materials. Believe it or not, nagiging sapatos, nagiging bag,
Wow. And
nagiging
these are all local materials, no? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Maybe like and like what I said, like it's all here. And you know what's
Mm.
nice about that is like ever since we started, ever since I started with that project, okay, with these
Mm.
guys. Kasi I'm just so blessed, Dennis. I mean, like I'm not only blessed with the partners that I have with my Philippine company, H-Tex. I'm also blessed with so many people from abroad right now who's actually supporting what we're doing. You know
That's
what we're
good.
doing right now,
Yeah.
Dennis?
Mm.
We're generating a lot of like employment. Not here, sa outskirts, sa farm siya talaga. You're
Wow.
talking, you're
Wow.
talking like Cotabato, you're talking Bukidnon, you're talking.
How are you able to do that, Chuck, with your business, with what you
Uh,
do?
well, kasi like the raw materials are coming from there, Dennis.
Okay. Mm.
So I mean, so really, you really have to start from there. So I mean, like instead of like making them do it themselves, or even like sometimes, of course, government is helping. You know, like
Mm.
you're the ones enabling them
Mm.
to to do to do these things. Kasi you'll see na talagang you'll see that. I mean, like if they're happy, or if they're generating income right there, di ba? I mean,
Mm.
all the more. I mean, all the more blessings come to me kasi kailangan ko yung produkto nila and whatever.
So kung
So,
ako yung kung ako yung the tiga Cotabato, for example, sa
yeah,
ako yung farmer ba?
yeah,
Tama, no? Farmer.
yeah,
So
yeah.
normally that the materials that you need is usually yung parang kino-consider na waste pag na-harvest na yung mga fruits, di ba? So
Correct.
how does that benefit me now as a
Well,
as a
yeah.
farmer? Mm.
So as a farmer, you get that waste and you extract the fiber, and I buy
Mm.
those fibers from you, and I
Mm.
buy it at a good price talaga and whatever. And not only
Mm.
that,
Mm.
we support you. Our company supports you with the
Mm.
machineries and processing methods or technologies that you will need. I mean, then it's like I always tell people, nga, there's just so much to share. There's
Mm.
just so much to share whatever we're doing, with whatever we're doing right now. So
That's
it's
that's
really
that's
good.
ano, that's inspiring, Chuck. That's
So,
inspiring. So balik lang ako doon sa relationship mo with Myra, and from what I'm hearing about your story is naging anchor mo din si Myra in all of this, 'di ba? So how is it now with her? How's your relationship?
ay nako din. I mean, and I'm going to tell it live right now. I'm so in love with Myra. Okay? In love ako sa kanya. I mean, like, she's not just my inspiration. She's my, talagang, better half talaga. I mean, like, I don't think I could like do anything right now without her talaga. Kasi,
Galing. Mm. Mm.
wala, she's the one that makes me go talaga. So,
So if you can like summarize or parang simplify, what do you think is the Lord's purpose for you, Chuck?
well, you know, God's will then is to love Him and to love your neighbor. Okay,
Mm.
so I think He wants me with what with what I have right now, especially with the work that I have right now.
Mm.
It helps me now to really love my neighbor by giving more things to my neighbor, being more generous to my neighbor right now, giving them more opportunities, di ba? And everything. And I
Medyo
think
it's not something that's simple, ah. Medyo
yeah,
mahirap din yun, Chuck,
mahirap
di
talaga.
ba?
Mahirap talaga.
Oo.
And it entails a lot of challenges, Dennis.
So
Pero,
how is the Lord empowering you for you to be able to, pursue this mission that He has entrusted you?
well, then, like, as I said, again, I'm going to go back to what I'm saying. Love
Mm.
God and love your neighbor. And like as I said, I never. Like as much as possible, I pray, you know. In fact, like I live in a prayer. In fact, like every minute of the day, if I can pray, I will really pray. Diba? Kasi he really helps you. And then like as I said, if you give love to people, yeah,
Mm.
people can also give love to you. And that's what I'm saying. With the partners I have here, with the partners that I have abroad, and yeah,
Mm.
and then the supply chain or the customers and even my people, I mean the employees or the people
Mm.
that I work with, diba? They
Mm.
are all like talagang God's blessings to me talaga. So,
Nice. That's
yeah.
ang galing, Chuck. What message would you like to impart on us, especially those who are suffering from addiction?
Well, you know, like guys, you know, like yung mga guys suffering from addiction, di ba? The first one is like believe that there's a really a higher power, di ba?
Mm.
That's there that can really change your life or can really can
Oh.
really get you out of it. You know, guys, I mean, like it's only God can really help us with whatever we do. Nothing is impossible with God. And you know, I mean, count on Him that He will always be there to guide you and to protect you.
Galing. Galing, Chuck. You know, ang daming takeaways from our conversation. Ako personally, my takeaway from your faith journey is that, alam mo, sometimes we feel na we're not worthy to seek the Lord or to seek God because of our sinfulness. And, you know, sometimes also we blame God for yung mga bad things that happen to us. And somehow we feel that He has turned His back on us, diba? But you know, the God that I hear from your story and the God that I know never leaves us. And you know, like the shepherd, the Lord leaves 99 of His sheep to search for the one that got lost. Diba? And that personally resonates with me. And also, like a father, He rejoices in our return, even if it was us that turned our backs on Him. Diba? So, Chuck, maraming salamat. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
sharing your journey of faith with us.
Yeah.
Your life's message is clear that nothing that this world can offer compares to God's loving embrace. And this has been an impactful and inspiring evening. And to all our viewers, I hope that this story of God's love and mercy has filled you with the living water, which is Christ. And it is my prayer that you thirst for more. Now, watch our next episode and listen to the story of how the unshakable faith of a business executive made him a leader who walks his talk in doing the Lord's work. Please subscribe and follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Just search for BCBP Alabang. And remember to give us a thumbs up and hit that bell for notifications. This is Dennis Bunye, and this is Thirsty Thursdays. Stay thirsty.
Chuck, thank you for all the advice and guidance over the years. Thank you for continuously teaching me and helping me to learn to be a kinder, more humble person, and someone who is able to lead and serve.
Thank you po sa lahat. Sinagip mo uli ang buhay ko. Maraming salamat po.
Although we have not been seeing each other as much as we did, I'm always here for you. You know that. I've always been proud of you. Thank you for the friendship. Stay humble.
Sir Chuck, thank you so much po for your patience and never-ending guidance, not only sa work-related but also me as a person. I hope po God would continue to bless you and your family as always.
Chuck is maturing better as just like what they used to say, he is aging better because when we started off in high school, he was one of the students that experienced hardships in life. Hardships meaning not financially but hardship in love and some family matters, and so he has realized the value of life and family later on. So now, as we are older, Chuck is the epitome of a convert, if I may say so, because when we were in high school, just like any other boy, our lives were just gung ho. So way back then, he was blessed to have a child early in life, and he realized that having a son was a blessing that would live on for the rest of his life. So, Chuck, continue on putting God in the center of everything, and your faith has taken you to where you are right now. Faith that is blessed with love, blessed with good wife and children that love you, and of course your friends who are here to support you and cheer you on. Thank you, and good luck to you, Chuck.
Thank you for everything that you have done for me. I love you, bud.
Chakoy, may you continue to be a great son, a great husband, a great father, and a great lolo. Take care, stay healthy, and love you, man. Miss you too. Take care, buddy.
I just want to take this opportunity to say thank you for everything that you do, for all the big and little things that you do for the family. You've always been there for our parents, for our kids, for all of us. And we are so also blessed to have you as our family. I pray that you continue to live a happy, meaningful, prayerful, and purposeful life. And I just want to say too that I love you so much and I'm always so proud of you.
Cheers, bro. Gaganda naman ang mga message sa'yo. Okay. Pick up lang ako ng isang question, Chuck. This is from Roberto Atendido. Hi, Chuck. With your journey of faith, how has it affected your relationships with friends from your previous life?
Wow, I think they love me more. Diba? Like, I guess I'm lucky also. Bobby, medyo swerte rin ako kasi kahit paano, all the friends that I made were really true friends, you know. That's one blessing that I pati kasi like, syempre yung sa drug addiction naman and whatever, syempre mga pusher na yun, mga source na and whatever. Pero basically the people that I had before were always true friends talaga. So wala. I mean, like, in fact, maybe I hope they're proud of me. Diba? So, yun lang.
Very nice. Very nice. So, ang daming yung mga nag-greet sa'yo, Chuck. It seems that you have really touched their lives in a very deep way, di ba? And even, yeah, you were saying yung friendships mo are the ones that last. So, talagang long-time childhood friends through thick and thin, di ba?
Oo nga, kakatuwa nga. You know, can I just say, lahat ng nasa video na yon, you know, are really the people that I really love.
That's nice to hear. That's nice to hear. So, Chuck, ano pang ibang nakikita mong opportunities that are, for you to pursue, especially yung mga tulong na nabibigay in terms of opportunities sa, farmers sa countryside, yung mga paggamit ng locally produced materials natin.
Alam mo din, my real prayer right now is like, kasi nakakaya kasi I'm being supported or whatever's happening here, or our company, kanya kasama si Cecilia, si Catherine, si Joe, Eric, the guys you saw earlier in the video. We're being supported by abroad. Sayang sana yung like my prayer sana it's the people here sana that will be supporting that more, di ba? I don't know, maybe they're afraid or what, pero I mean like it's going it's really going good and better all the time talaga, Dennis. But it really takes a lot of patience to do. Yun lang
So
sa akin.
farmers lang ba ang parang sa ngayon na involved in the opportunity, or there are others na ano?
Hindi din. Yung makina. Wala naman gumagawa ng makina. Gawa-gawa lang naman yung makina dito.
Oh, nice.
And when you manufacture that, when you fabricate that, that's another opportunity right there. Diba?
Yes. Oh.
And and I don't know if people really realize, but the textile supply chain, grabe yung chain reaction ng mga opportunities left and right. For example, in our case, itong sa pineapple na to. So nasa farm, di ba? Fiber, di ba? Tapos gagawin nila yan. Tapos i-coat yan. Pagkatapos i-coat yan, pupunta sa sapotero, kaya sa bag maker and whatever. And what I'm saying, ang dami. Pati mga designer, ang dami. I mean, like, there's just so many, there's vast opportunities left and right for that. And kulang ang, like, 100 million people in the Philippines or even more. Kulang yan. Kulang yan talaga. To help and like patronize this kind of work talaga.
Tsaka tayo also as a people, marami tayong mahuhusay na di ba, mga weavers na I think I don't know if it's a dying craft, pero is there any opportunity that you see there also that you are supporting?
Yeah. It's glad. I'm glad you put that up. Alam mo, yung sa Cotabato, okay? Sa Cotabato, okay? There's a tribe, a tribe called Tiboli, okay?
Tiboli.
Tiboli. The Tiboli are known as the dream weavers talaga. And yeah, you're right. It's not really a dying culture, pero slowly nawawala yung nagwe-weave talaga. Okay? Kasi nga, I think most of the time yung materials are like, not available already. In fact, Dennis, one of my dreams talaga or one of my goals talaga is like to be able to supply this kind of material to the Tiboli tribe, okay? So that maybe they could have a new culture, or there could be a new thing that they can do as dream weavers dito sa Pilipinas. So, I just hope it happens talaga. It's all dreams, but like what I always say, di ba? Pag magdasal ka naman, siguro naman pagbibigyan ka rin ng Diyos kahit paano.
Yeah.
Diba?
Anong greatest fulfillment mo as a social entrepreneur?
Sa akin, as I said, basta masaya yung tao, Dennis. Basta masaya yung tao. In fact, yung factory ko sa Laguna, all I want is for them to be happy, to be healthy, di ba? Ang sarap ng feeling. The reward is far greater than anything else talaga in this world talaga.
Mukhang align ka talaga sa purpose ni Lord para sa'yo. So I'll be praying also for your mission, for your purpose, and thank you so much, bro, for inspiring us, and more power to more blessings to your effort, to your business, to the team behind you, and most especially to you and your family. Yeah. Cheers, Parigo.
Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Thank you for guesting. Thank you
so much for inviting me. All right.
Salamat, Chuck.
All right then. Bye.